In this video, we take on the West Highland Way, one of Scotland's most iconic trails, as we begin the final push towards Edinburgh. If you're just joining us, we're Liz and Alex, and we're bikepacking the entire length of Great Britain, from John O'Groats at the very top all the way down to Land's End. And so far, we've covered about 370 miles since we started, battling everything from headwinds to midges, and in the last episode, we even hit a breaking point after the chaotic traffic in Glencoe. We honestly debated calling it quits.
This is the worst thing in the world.
But in this video, we keep pushing forward. The West Highland Way throws us into some of the most challenging off-road riding of the trip so far, before reconnecting with the GB Divide and exploring a castle on the way towards Edinburgh.
Bye, campsite with the bridge. Getting locked and loaded here.
All right, I'm sunblocked up and I'm ready to go.
All right, guys, it is day 12 and we are bikepacking on the West Highland Way. Woo! Definitely a bit more technical riding than is probably ideal for our rigid fork gravel bikes. Ironically, this is the mild section of the trail. But it is beautiful around us. Wow. The West Highland Way is an iconic 96-mile route that runs from the lowlands of Scotland to here in the Highlands. Each year, around 40,000 people trek it in its entirety, making it the most popular backpacking route in Scotland. It's been on my personal bucket list for years. However, I didn't anticipate tackling the trail in this manner, which was quite rough at times, but at least it was nice to experience part of it. You know, this is kind of fun despite being a bit rough.
This is almost like a freaking cobblestone road here. Wow.
My hands, guys, wow. It is so sore. From all that technical riding, braking. Oh, wow.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, I need to give these a break. We took a bypass off the West Highland Trail and now we're biking along this asphalt, which is nice after all that rough, loose gravel and big rocks, and now biking by a lake. Woohoo! So many lakes in Scotland, guys. Like, I can't even count the number we've seen.
Last night as we were heading up the West Highland Way, I was definitely starting to regret it. We were going on this really big chunky gravel. But now this morning that we're through that section, I'm really glad we went that way. It was actually kind of fun, the more technical riding. Hopefully today will be a lot better than yesterday was.
All right, guys, so I'm in such a much better place today. It's kind of crazy, the contrast. I was ready to just end this. I'm like, why on earth are we doing this? And now I'm like, oh, this is nice. But we haven't hit the busy road yet. So Alex just reminded me, like, wait till we hit the highway. So pretty.
This is the Highlands.
Gorgeous. Wow.
So green.
Okay, guys, we intersected with the big freeway. It looked horrible, and Alex looked it up, and it sounds like on Komoot they highly recommend continuing on the West Highland Way. So that's what we're gonna do, at least stay on as long as we can to avoid the highways.
Well, I don't know if there's another way up here. Well.
Funny, that guy saw me turn on my GoPro and waved at it. Hello. Hello. Oh, hey again.
Really hasn't been too bad so far. A little bit rough, but totally doable, even on our heavily loaded bikes. Lots of hikers, but it's actually pretty wide. It's like, you know, like a single lane road. So plenty of places to pass and get around other people.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, no, just, hi.
It's a little hard to do on a bike. All right, the road is really nice now. It's pretty smooth.
All right, guys, so we just left the West Highland Way. Even with our rigid fork bikes, it was not too bad. So definitely, if you're in this area, I recommend taking that as opposed to the big, busy highway, for sure, if you're anything like me. So now we have 2 miles on the busy highway, and then we're gonna go to a town to restock on food and all that jazz. We didn't have data yesterday, so we need to do some planning. All right, guys, we just stopped off and got some food in Tindrum, and it's a cute little town. Definitely catered to trekkers, though. It's funny, like so much stuff in this area because there's so much traffic on the West Highland Way that they just get so many trekkers. So the whole town kind of is catered to it. You know, honestly, seeing all these trekkers as we've been on this West Highland Way, it's kind of making me miss trekking a bit because there's kind of like this camaraderie that you make with other trekkers when you're all doing kind of the same journey. Kind of missing that like camaraderie a bit. Cafe, 100 meters. How many gates do you think we've gone through today?
So we're back on the road. Oh crap. I thought we were gonna have a shoulder for a while, but it turns out we don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is miserable. Wow. Basically, as soon as I turned the GoPro on, our shoulder disappeared. I was about to talk about how amazing it was.
All right, guys, we've actually connected back up with the GB divide. It's nice to be off the highway. I can't get over how nice this trail is. If it's like this to Edinburgh, I'll be happy. Guys, this trail's amazing. Look around us. Woo! Wow, this is amazing.
I feel like it's been so mixed, but now things are so nice.
Hey, mini horses.
Alright, I've got something for you.
Yay.
Hopefully not too many midges ended up inside of it.
Thank you.
I think there's only maybe 5 or 6 midges in there.
My week for cooking is up. It's on his week. He's been losing it out there. Have you captured you losing it with the midges?
No, I can't do that.
Just like fighting them like it's a big battle. It's insane. He's like, you don't have food. You're full of crap. All right, good morning, guys. It is day 13 of our bikepacking adventure here in Scotland, heading down across the length of the UK plus some. And today we are continuing on the GB Divide, which also follows Cycling Network 7, I believe. We're going to be going through Doune and Stirling, making our way eventually tomorrow afternoon to Edinburgh, where we're going to take some much needed rest days and exploration days. It is about 10 in the morning. We're going to go head out. Another lock to start the day. Hello. Morning. How's it going?
It's kind of crazy that we've been biking now in Scotland for almost 2 weeks in the springtime, and we've only had like a couple of drops of rain. I was trying to mentally prepare for it being rainy a lot of the time, and we basically had none.
All right guys, the trails this morning have been lovely. I wish we kind of discovered this National Cycling Network earlier. So this is really nice, being on a National Cycling Network trail, and this also follows the GB Divide. Lovely this morning. I love dedicated cycling trails. So nice. This trail right now is amazing. It's like a roller coaster. Back to sheep land. Hello, sheep friends. I don't know why I did that in a deep manly voice. Naked sheep. Alright guys, so I've been thinking as we're having a very excellent day that I think this is kind of like life. You have to have the highs and the lows. I think it's the extremes that kind of make life exciting. It's what makes you feel alive. If it was all easy, it just wouldn't even be an adventure, would it?
We're really close to Doune and we're really hungry. I think our 2 packs of oats and peanut butter just is not satiating us for breakfast. We gotta figure something else out.
Cute town, huh? It looks like it's just on the left up here. Woohoo! Food. All right guys, we just got to this cute historic town called Doune, and part of our motivation in like busting out miles this morning was because we were so hungry to get here, but also we wanted to charge stuff because we were running into an issue where we cannot seem to find places to charge. Like a lot of the cafes just don't have places to charge. Campgrounds, no place to charge. And we haven't been in a hotel since day 7, so that was 6 days ago. And we bring so much extra batteries for our GoPros, for everything, but everything is completely dead at this point. And so we're kind of screwed. I'm talking to a GoPro because we don't have the battery life to talk another way. Got to this cafe hoping we could charge, but there is no place to charge. I will say I love being able to have a mid-morning tea. It is so motivating for us. We just kept thinking about this the whole morning.
You might have a midge under your eye. Other side.
They love my face. Tell them about the other night.
So 2 nights ago, when we were camping, Liz went to wash her face, and when she came back in the tent, she kept rubbing midges off of her face, and then she looked at me, and there were like 30 midges, like dead, all over her face that were like stuck in her because her face was wet. It was terrible looking. It was like something out of a horror movie. Literally like a second after that last clip, this feather from some bird just landed right in my coffee. Is this even sanitary now?
I have no clue.
It's hot.
The birds hate Alex.
I just got crapped on. He did a dive bomb over here.
I got a scone with cream. If there's going to be clotted cream on the menu, I'm going to get it. That's just how it is. A clotted cream, for those who don't know, is kind of a mix between butter and whipped cream. And for those that know, whipped cream is my favorite thing on the planet. So it's pretty much heaven for me. So I'm gonna do some, oh, this is more of a whipped cream texture. Maybe this one's more whipped cream. It did just say cream, so maybe it's like a whipped cream. All right, let's give this a go. That is so warm. Okay guys, we just had a little second breakfast. No, the second lunch?
It's our third meal of the day, and it's 3.
All right, guys, we had second lunch near the castle, and now we were so tempted to go in because we looked up facts about it, and this was featured in Monty Python, Outlander, and Game of Thrones, and we're just curious about it, so we're gonna go check it out. We just purchased an audio guide. Apparently you can get 25% off if you're on cycles, which we didn't know, bicycles, so if you guys book this and you're doing a bike tour, definitely use that good 25 discount code. But yeah, let's go inside.
Immediately entering the courtyard, we can tell that this castle looks really familiar because it has been in multiple things we've seen. It's been in Outlander, Game of Thrones, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So like, if you've seen any of those, this would definitely look familiar to you. I can see Bran scaling, you know, around here and then falling.
This is cool. This is up higher than I thought. How do your quads feel going up there?
Oh, they're sore.
Is that a toilet?
I think it's been boarded up.
Oh, dang it. I love medieval toilets. There are so many, like, random rooms in this castle. Like, it didn't look like a big castle from the outside, but we keep finding all these little nooks and crannies. Like, this one's not even on the audio guide, but you can just wander through it.
I think it's a privy.
A privy? And it looks kind of like a toilet. I love medieval toilets. They're so funny. Just open there, you know.
Let it all fall out. Alright guys, we just got done seeing Doune Castle, and that was super cool. I'm glad we went. It's fun because me and Alex both are fans of the show Outlander, and this is Castle Leoch in Outlander. So like a lot of the areas looked super familiar. When we were in the kitchen, I'm like, oh my goodness, I recognize this. So that was really fun. Now I have to rewatch the first few episodes just to like see the places in it, but that was exciting. Now it is about 4:30, and we don't know where we're staying tonight, which is pretty typical for us. We really desperately still need things to charge. I reached out to a bunch of warm shower hosts earlier, but none of them have got back to me. It is a bit last minute, so I don't blame them. But our plan is to go to a campground in Stirling unless one of them reaches out to us and lets us stay.
Yeah, it's a little bit short day today. How's it going? Fell into a patch of stinging nettle.
Got this big tower up ahead.
things and they get startled. They're afraid of everything.
In this area, you can see the Wallace Monument, which is like this large tower. I think it looks similar to the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Any nerds out there? Kind of does. It's got like a hole in the middle. Like, you can almost picture his eye right there.
I think you're showing your nerd.
Yeah.
We didn't do very many miles today, but we obviously spent a good chunk of time at Doune Castle, which was very much worth it to me. We finally are able to charge some stuff because this campground has charging, and that was like our #1 priority because we had nothing. We've never cut it this close battery-wise. Like, everything is dead. We had no more charge to even get one phone up, like, to snuff, and we use our phone for navigation. So we're gonna charge up a brick so we can at least do our short ride. I think it's like 30 miles to Edinburgh tomorrow, where we'll be in a hotel where we can charge up everything fully, which will be great. But anyways, we have this beautiful sunset behind us, and we're gonna call it a night. See you guys in the morning.
On the next episode,
We are in Edinburgh, Scotland. It's just like impossible to ride it right now. It feels like we're not even moving. We have a warm shower host lined up.
Come on. Let me just pet you. Come on. A little closer. Here.
He's like, you don't have food. You're full of crap. I want food, dude.
Uh-oh, the other one's coming.
Coming in hot. He's like, this is not everyday food. This is unacceptable.